working? God, that is a terrible version of Bloody Tears. Am I actually live? Does this show us live? That can't be. I'm trying to see if this is real. Your channel. Oh, it is live. Holy shit. Well. Oh my god, I hate this version of that song. It sounds like a harmonica playing. Hi everybody. My 135 subscribers. What am I doing? I'm actually just checking to see if this works, and apparently it does. I don't have much to say. I should probably introduce myself. I am AlucardsQuest's, if you did not know. Usually I stream on Twitch, but I initially wanted to stream on YouTube because I had some sort of an audience there at one point. But it didn't work for some reason. It seems to be okay now. Weird, huh? I don't know what the problem was. I honestly don't remember. But I've been streaming on Twitch for about a year. And, I did not save all of my videos, unfortunately. This was the first game I started with. And then I went on to, I think, to play East 8 or something. I only play cool games, though, remember. But remember that. But I really regret not saving all those videos and transplanting them to YouTube. So now maybe I can remedy that a little bit. Or at least with some games. I'm not gonna replay everything I played. I mean, some games I actually played on Twitch were awful. But also, you know, there's things I want to play that Twitch is just not gonna be cool with. I don't care about monetization or anything. At least not right now. This is mainly just a catharsis thing for me. Like, but there's games I had in my head that I thought would be cool to stream, and then I remember that Twitch. You mean people think YouTube's policies are bad? Twitch's are worse. You know, I couldn't play anything like Guitar Hero or Rocksmith or Brutal Legend on there. I would love to do that, but you know, Twitch is gonna chop you in half for doing that, or in a third. They'll give you a strike like 3 months later, and you won't be able to do anything about it. Which is what Angry Joe is experiencing right now. Zol. I heard some nice comments about my music, Actually, recently somebody said something really nice about... Because the only thing I've got up here on this YouTube channel is my sort of trailers for my music that's on Bandcamp. And one dislike on EP number 2. What was with that? I guess I'll never know. But some nice things said about me. Or said about the music. So... I am planning on doing some music, more music, but it's been a rough 6 years since the last one. Man, it's been rough. So I don't think I'll leave Twitch completely, but I wanted to get my big games that are important to me on YouTube, because YouTube will save them. That's another thing about Twitch is you get your video up there, but a couple years ago they implemented a thing where your videos will disappear after like what, 60 days or something like that. YouTube will keep them up forever, as long as you know, don't do anything disgusting, you know. But it generally I feel it's easy to follow YouTube's terms of service than Twitch's. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna play some Castlevania, absolutely, because this is, if you don't know, my name is AlucardsQuest. I named myself after the main hero of Symphony of the Night and Castlevania 2 Simon's Quest. So clearly, my favorite game series is Ninja Gaiden. That's my joke for the day. Let's go Japanese, because we got the Japanese versions on here. So we'll play the cart version of the Japanese Castlevania. Why is it in widescreen? Because... Actually, I could adjust it. I can explain this now. Oh, not the frame. Display settings. See, M2, bless their hearts for re-releasing these games for Konami. But what they did is, these are all normal. Pixel perfect, I get it. Original. You're like, wait a minute, original? Shouldn't the original be wider and pixel perfect be the smaller one? If you watch GameSack or My Life in Gaming, you might understand these things. It's kind of difficult to explain here. Of course, the 16:9 just stretches the whole screen. But what original should be is a 4:3 ratio, like old TVs were, top to bottom, in a almost squarish shape. And then you go down. Here's 16:9, 16:9 with scan lines. Well, I'm not that interested in scan lines. Pixel perfect with scan lines. Okay. Original. Wait. These are different sizes. What have you done, M2? This is the size I want it to be in, but I don't want the scan lines. So if I, why couldn't this just be a 4:3 aspect? I don't know. They're weirdos over there at M2. They're crazy. They're crazy people. So, against my better judgment, I'm going to play this in widescreen. So if you're wondering why, I'm explaining it right now. That's the deal. And I'm not going to squish it with my TV either. We're doing it We're doing it fat, baby. And if I ever say baby like that again, feel free to disown me. Okay? Alright. I am AlucardsQuest. I have a fan blowing right on me because I'm hot. It's hot here. It was supposed to rain, and man, the weather was predicting like rolling clouds of, you know, water pouring from the heavens, and I think we got a few sprinkles yesterday, and that was about it. So anyway, let's do this. And no shame, no shame. Normally I do this on easy, but for you guys I'll do it normal because I don't know, why not? But I throw no shade at people for doing easy modes. I do easy modes myself. Hey man, my first 10-15 years were full of beating NES and SNES and Genesis games. Wait, where's the music? The music is gone. That's interesting. Where's my vampire killer? Just a minute. There we go. But my thing is, you know, I paid my dues on the NES. Oh, I missed that. I've beaten tons of old games that are super hard. Even games I don't know how I did it. To this day, I do not know how I beat Ninja Gaiden 3 or Kid Icarus or stuff like that. I went back and played them some years ago, and I have no clue. I must have been Pro MLG Elite or something like that. And I'll have to apologize in advance to my friend, I believe it's Davo Banjo, who I think is also playing this concurrently, but this, I just wanted to be by myself. And I just wanted to share it with YouTube. It doesn't matter if nobody comes in. I stream for myself. If I streamed for some sort of monetary gain or something, I mean, first of all, I'm not gonna get it at my level. But I'd be doing it for the wrong reasons. You gotta do things for the love of it, otherwise you're gonna hate it. You know. I love gaming, I like talking, I think. If Twitch has proven anything in the last year, I kind of like talking. And I talk about all kinds of things on Twitch. You know, I talk about games, I talk about music, I talk about things that bother me or interest me. That was easy. Ah, trying to freeze in midair, you know. Ooh, look at how fast the numbers go on this Japanese cart version. That reminds me, I got this pre-ordered from, physically, from Limited Run Games. Unfortunately, I think the window to get it is closed. You might want to double check that. But I'm sure some nice scalpers can help you out if you need it. That's what I did with Outworld New and Tasty, and I regret it because I couldn't get into that game, unfortunately. It's weird because I liked the original Outworld. Outworld? Is that what Outworld? No, that's Mortal Kombat. Oddworld. I like the original Oddworld games, but something about revisiting it in remake form, it just didn't click with me. And I can't really explain why. It's unfortunate. It's really sad. Is this the right spot? Oh yeah. Netflix have just announced a Castlevania spin-off anime from the original, which season 4 just ended. And I would have to say, well, isn't season 2 and 4 already spin-offs? I mean, if you watched it, you might know what I'm talking about. I mean, the lore of the whole series is changed because of how they ended it. In fact, that very last scene is like a big what? it's a shout out loud what moment. So, I'll watch it. I'll give it a watch. I did like the original series. They changed a lot in season 3 and 4, but it worked as a narrative. And there's still little hints and nods to the games, so that's kind of cool. From now on, I imagine that's how it's going to be. Just sort of hints and nods. They can't really follow the storylines of the games anymore. There we go. That's how it's done. But the next series, the spin-off series, the Gaiden series, if you will. Gaiden is Japanese for side story, but you guys know that. Will follow Richter and Maria's adventures during the French Revolution, which is strange. Why are Richter and Maria going to France? I mean, granted, world traveling did come into play in Castlevania Bloodlines, but that took place during World War I. And there weren't any Belmonts involved. So my thinking is, They've changed the timeline so much. Oh, that was my fault. That was a dumb decision. I was trying to show off for y'all. Didn't work, obviously. And interestingly enough, a lot of people stream on YouTube that I follow. Well, when GameSack streamed, they streamed here. The Game Chasers, certainly. My Life in Gaming, every Sunday. I would say like clockwork, but if I may rib them a little bit, their videos haven't been coming out like clockwork. That's okay. I'm not one of those people that pressure the people I'm subscribed to make videos. You know. I may get on Angry Joe a little bit for not doing as many angry reviews as he used to, but that's a little different. You gotta respect Angry Joe, though. He's kind of like, I mean, at this point he's an elder statesman. Obviously, angry video game nerd James Rolfe is the godfather. But, you know, I think Angry Joe started just a couple years later, at least as far as YouTube is concerned. So I'm all down with James Rolfe. I watch Angry Joe's angry reviews every time. Good, bad, or indifferent, whether I agree or disagree. I'm sure I'll watch his E3 coverage. Actually, I think... Is it here? Nah, I can't remember. Some people were a bit miffed that they skipped over Simon Belmont chronologically for the anime, for the Castlevania spin-off Netflix announced. That's fair. A lot of people love Simon. He was the initial Smash announcement for Castlevania. I remember Just Jess Adele going nuts over it. Oh my god, he looks so good. And, you know, he's been in a lot of games, so, you know, go Simon. Of course, me being a fan, I'd be like, well, what about Christopher? What about Christopher Belmont from the Game Boy games and Castlevania Adventure Rebirth on the Wii? Nobody cares about Christopher. He had like a comic book adaptation and nobody cared. I bought it. It was kind of... I don't know, the character was kind of ugly. Oh crap. the character art was... Actually, the art in general was really not great. There wasn't much to the story. Typical Dracula kidnaps woman. Belmont has to save her and kill Dracula thing. I wouldn't even know if Konami approved that thing. I can't imagine them asking Iga about it. Because... Dang it! If you don't know, Warren Ellis, who writes for the Castlevania anime, when it was first announced, way back, 2008 or something. Oh shoot, that's my fault. Iga was still the producer of the series. And according to Ellis, Iga made him rewrite the story treatment for those first 4 episodes. He made him rewrite it 8 times. And you know what? As good as it turned out, I'm glad he made him do that. I don't know what Iga's beef with what they had already was, but it turned out great. Ellis is a bit of a weirdo, though. He insisted on having, and you know, he insisted on having some sort of bestiality reference in the first scene. So if they're talking about sheep at the bar where Trevor is, that's Warren Ellis's idea. And I remember reading that way back. I'm like, whoa, okay. Maybe it's to set the tone. I don't know. I'm not a writer. Was it sheep or goats? I think it was sheep. Insert your Blackadder 2 joke right here. Does anybody watch Blackadder? Actually, you should. It's a hilarious series. Stars Rowan Atkinson, Mr. Bean, but he's playing like a serious character. Far more serious than Mr. Bean. And going through different time periods in British history. The first series is kind of rough, but 2, 3, and 4 are great. They're like classic British TV from the 80s. Probably one of my favorite British shows. I don't know, ever. Between that and Faulty Towers, I don't think I could pick a favorite. Ah. Well, I got 1 extra life. That's not too bad. Now I got 2. Okay, great. Colors look kind of washed out here. I don't know if it's supposed to look like that. My recollection of the NES game was a bit darker. Then again, I haven't played the original NES game. The original. I'm not talking about ports or virtual console releases. Because the virtual console releases on the Wii and Wii U are super dark. So they look different. I haven't played the original NES ones. I can't even remember. I'm sure prior to the Wii I had the game, so it must have been 2006 maybe. You want to hear some backstory? Me and my brilliance. As soon as I heard that the Wii would have 20 years of Nintendo content, I got it into my head that they would put every game up there on the virtual console, and that I would have everything at my fingertips and wouldn't need the old consoles ever again. Well, turns out I'm an idiot. I would say they got, between Wii and Wii U virtual consoles, I probably got 50% of all the games I wanted. So I sold a bunch of stuff for no reason, really. I should have kept it. I had a collection. NES, Super NES, Master System, Genesis, N64, Sega Saturn, TurboGrafx. I had a Turbo Duo at one point. Man, that's frustrating. Dreamcast. What else? GameCube. I had all that stuff. All at the same time. I even had a GameCube Game Boy player to play all my Game Boy games. And in my infinite wisdom... Oh, I forgot that treasure. Oh well. I sold it all. 'Cause I wanted to have it all on one system. And I didn't want to have to... Oh shoot. I don't want this weapon. That's the weapon I want. I didn't want to have to change cartridges anymore. I didn't want to have to, you know, have to turn on and turn off systems anymore. That's too much hassle. Not paying attention. There's a way to do this without getting hit, and I used to be really good at it, and now I just ruined it. I got hit. But we're doing okay. I've got 3/4 of my life. Ah. Oh. Darn. This makes it a bit harder. Had I just waited... See, I'm not even completely explaining myself. I bought games like... Wait, I can't think of the name of it now. Oh, I don't need to do that anymore. I have the triple shot. I don't need to keep using it. Oh, Little Samson. I remember buying Little Samson for $20 at Funkoland back in the day. And just thinking it was an okay game. It's okay. Ugh. No. And it wasn't like I had a bunch of games. But I had a lot of great ones. Oh. That is not going to help me. You can't stop death with time. You might be able to give him a wet willy. Ah! Oh, look at the flicker. Ah! This is bad. Okay. Let's focus. Let's focus our chi. Our key. Come on, fellas. Oh, there's a third one. Holy crap. Oh, that's good enough. I think. I need the triple shot. Oh. Or I could use the triple shot. Yikes. Ah! I'm gonna die. Well, I never said I was a video game master. I'm not Captain N or anything. Or Captain S. There's a YouTube reference for you. Goes way back. I actually have that series on DVD. The New Adventures of Captain S. Like Captain S? What are you talking about? PVC Productions. I think their videos are still up. Their channel is still up. They were, sort of at the same time as AVGN and stuff. They were, another channel making their own content. And, they had sort of a... God dang it. Oh! Oh, this is bad. This is... Ugh. I would at least like to beat this before I have to leave you guys. I don't have to leave, but eventually I will have to leave. Kind of a sad story with PBC Productions is, I think had they stuck around, they might have gotten a lot more popular. But they kind of, I think it was like 4 people. No, it's not a sitcom. Why am I sucking so bad here? Alright, well, that's... No, this is not good. I'm sorry, guys. Let's get serious here, though. That's not getting serious. Darn you, Simon. Yeah, because they were doing I mean, Captain S was kind of a parody spin-off. Well, not spin-off. A parody of Captain N. But, obviously, N for Nintendo, S for Sega. So, and some of it was kind of like Saved by the Bell as well. I think that those were their 2 inspirations. So it was kind of cheesy, but I don't know. I enjoyed the show. You know, we're not talking... This is 2006-7 we're talking about. These are not high production, high quality videos. You know. But they were entertaining. I think they had planned to do a second season. In fact, they promised to do a second season of it. They kind of left on not quite a cliffhanger, but sort of an interesting ending. And they had planned to do a second season, and it just never happened. I think they were comparing themselves to other YouTube channels who were doing quote unquote better writing. I mean, back then, what was there for better writing? Lonely Girl 15? I don't even know. From what I've heard, that wasn't very good either. I barely watched it. I think I've caught the first episode. And I didn't even watch it all the way. Man, I'm playing terribly. Even now, though, I think, well, who's got good writing on YouTube? You know? Who's telling great stories on YouTube? You know? the most popular channels are like vloggers and stuff, comedy channels, and I guess music channels. So I'm not sure who they were comparing themselves to. But there were other things. I guess the rent was kind of high, and the videos weren't really paying the bills. They had another show called Little Miss Gamer. I think that could have... It got kind of popular, but it never really took off. I don't think they gave it a chance. They had... I mean, they had a lot of show... episodes, I should say. But that's the kind of thing you work at for years. You don't stop doing it. I mean... all the gaming YouTubers started from nothing. Of course, I don't think joining Channel Awesome helped them very much, because there's a lot of drama going on with them. And they were taking people's money. Boy, those aggregate sites were not a good idea. It may have worked for Screw Attack and AVGN, but and I don't know about others, but Channel Awesome was pretty bad. Retroware TV, they're pretty good. Of course, they're... I don't know what their status is right now. I know they're trying to finally get all of their Video Game Years shows on DVD. That would be cool. And then they're re-releasing them on digital services in HD, so that's cool. Oh, is that thunder? Are we finally gonna get some, like, real water? Holy crap. Can you guys hear that? Sounds like bombs going off, it's so heavy. Oh, come on. Oh, no. Oh. This is really bad, guys. I don't know if I can beat death on one hit. You know, every hit at this point takes forget it. Every hit at this area takes a quarter of your life. But I need this cross in triple shot. And you gotta kill these skeletons to do it. Well, not kill them, but you gotta hit them. Okay, so I got the double already. Great, great, great. This is where the US version froze up on me. Be aware that if you get this game, it is possible to freeze the US version up if the game gets overloaded with sprites. It's an old glitch that doesn't happen in every Castlevania cart because it was eventually replaced with newer versions. Someone was telling me about that. It's M2 grabbed the original version, the unpatched version. Unpatched, I should say. Yeah, they downloaded a patch for the NES. No, ugh. Get this last one. I did it. Holy crap. It's easy when you know how. Whew. That's probably not the best way to do it. I imagine speedrunners have a better way to do it. But as you can tell, I am not a speedrunner. People have asked me about that on Twitch. I'm like, I'm not a speedrunner. I'm terrible. Some games I'm terrible at. I'm pretty good at Castlevania, but I don't think I could ever speedrun it. You stay away. Stay away. Maybe the widescreen is throwing me off. That could be that's a good excuse, right? Oh, I don't. That doesn't matter. Let's just keep moving, keep moving, keep moving, people. Oh. Oh. Wow, that was a good shot. I think I'll still take a hit here somewhere. Ah, there it is. I never understood why there's a candle over there. There's no way to get that. Oh, I didn't even need that. I did recognize that my technique for beating Dracula was pretty bad. So I did actually, years later, look up how you're supposed to do it. And I got better. So now instead of taking like 3 hours to beat Dracula, I can do it in, you know, a few tries. Okay, we're skipping the double shot. We don't need that. But if I may be allowed one suicide, game suicide, not real life, it will have to be here because I need full health. Excuse me. Alright. Alucard's Quest. His favorite series, Castlevania. He's gonna beat this first one, ain't he? He's gonna try. So what I'm doing is building up hearts and trying to get a triple shot for the boomerang. It'll take a little bit, but bear with me. I kind of feel bad though. I don't watch AVGN or Cinemassacre as much as I used to. And I still like the AVGN videos. It's just that I don't know, something about it. Like like his latest video is it's like he's relating the story, or not relating. He's telling the story of his horror movie. What he planned to do a horror movie after the AVGN movie was finished. Not right away, but of course it's been on the back burner for so long, and then the you know, this stuff happened. Oh, I don't need to. I got the triple shot. I don't need to do that. The virus hit, and then that set him back even more. So who knows if he'll ever get it done. But so so what he chose to do was to tell the story in a video. And I'm like, James, I love you. You're someone who should be, you're a good guy. You're probably the nicest guy, or not the nicest. I should say he's like the coolest guy on YouTube, because like literally, like I mean not literally, but like when people say, hey, my parents are cool, they let me stay up late and watch dirty movies or whatever, that would be like him. Like, he's cool in that way. Like, he doesn't, you know, all of that drama about him not wanting to see Ghostbusters 2016, you know, he didn't even know what was going on. He was just saying that he knew the movie wouldn't be as good as the original, and he didn't want to be disappointed. And then everyone, well, not everyone, but a lot of places accused him of sexism or whatever, but he didn't even know about any of that stuff. I think it was like weeks later somebody told him. He didn't even care. That's the kind of cool I'm talking about. I think I have enough hearts now. I don't need that. Okay. Never sure where to stand. Oh shoot, I jumped too soon. Doesn't his face, doesn't it remind you of like Lucy from the Halloween episode of Peanuts? It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. Doesn't that look just like her mask? Her witch mask? I swear it does. You gotta agree with me, come on. I will go out on a limb and say that in all Castlevania games, this has the hardest Dracula fight. Not this guy. I mean, Dracula himself is the hardest Dracula to fight in every Castlevania game. I mean, that was, I mean, I did so well there. I'm impressed myself. But his first form, I say his first form, I feel like that's the hardest Dracula fight in any Castlevania game, you know. We did it. Trans Fishers. Get to watch these crazy credits. Even in the Japanese version, they're the same. James Banana. You know, Christopher B. Obviously a nod. Boris Karloffus. I don't even know. Barber Sherry. Green Stranger, I don't even know. Cafe Bar Reed, that one always confused me. Like, what the hell is that? Shimon Beramundo. There you go. I don't know what else to say about that. This is mainly just a test, because this wasn't working. I'm streaming directly from my PS4 to YouTube. Normally I stream on Twitch. And for some reason, that first time I tried to stream, it said my software wasn't up to date or something. Trying to stream to YouTube, but Twitch worked right away. I'm so not technically, technologically inclined. I'm really the anti-technology person. I come in the room, electronics break. But that's cool. We did it. Did I play all these Japanese versions? I don't remember. Of course, I didn't play them on YouTube. But actually, yeah, this was just a test. I think it's an excellent place to stop, actually. Unfortunately, sometimes things work out like this. But, you know, we went through the game, we beat it. I could actually, it will save to YouTube, so I could actually use this footage should I want ever to do something with it. I died a lot. I always wanted to make a music video out of the original Castlevania, and I was halfway through it using Sony Vegas back in the day, and I never finished it. You know. It would be, I wish I'd finished it. But, you know, that's everything in my life. Anyway, I hope everybody's okay. Like I say, I'd like to, I've gotten new music in the dryer. You know, it's already been through the washer. I have it in the dryer. But it's just not, you know, it's like it won't get dry. It's still wet. I don't know. I don't know if that metaphor even works, but there's a couple things I would want to do. I hope people... God, man, this channel... I didn't even know what I wanted to do with it. I think first I had, like, Johnny Depp translation videos that a YouTuber called Zero Woman did for me, and I transcribed or time set. What do they call it? Time setting? I don't know. I posted the videos and put in the subtitles that she gave me. I put them in at the appropriate time. But those videos, at least one of them got flagged, so I felt compelled to take them down and create my own content. Well, I didn't know what to do. I put up game trailers from game trailers. And some of those got flagged. I was like, well, maybe I can do something original. And I tried to do like a Rondo of Blood kind of music video thing-ish. And that kind of not really worked out. No, I don't know. And then eventually, you know, I made my music. I made my music on Rhythmic, a program that was on the DS and 3DS, actually. And it's on Bandcamp under AlucardsQuest's. And I'm really proud of that stuff. I feel like I need one more release to kind of close the chapter on that book temporarily and start something new. But I've been dragging you guys know, I haven't released anything. If you've been watching me, I haven't released any music in 6 years. I had been working on it for at least 5. It's just you know, motivation is difficult to come by these days. So, you know, I will see if I can push myself forward in ways that I haven't thought of before. I know that's a little vague. But that would be, you know, that would be interesting. Actually, I think I might do something with the old stuff too. A friend of mine actually did a remake of one of my songs. Oh, now it's starting to rain. Here we go. Oh yeah. It's hitting my window hard. We needed the rain though, I tell you. It's been hot. As you probably can hear the fan blowing right into the microphone. If I move, it's hot. I have to stay right in front of the fan. I don't know. Again, I'm not up with technology to you know, figure this stuff out. My air conditioning is just kind of does whatever it feels like. So I need my fan. Anyway, somebody popped in and stuck around for a bit, so I appreciate that. He's like, why are you still talking? I'm leaving. That's all right. I don't use that as some sort of, you know, measure of prowess, I guess. I don't know. Maybe that's the wrong word. I don't use that as a measure of success. Anyway, before I reiterate myself about YouTube, I at least put samples up of my old music up. And I was thinking maybe I could do something a little further with that. But we shall see. I was hoping to have it done by now, actually. But a lot of personal stuff happened. And, you know. Anyway, YouTube. Thank you for having me. I think I will continue streaming Castlevania on YouTube, but I also have a Twitch channel, of course, AlucardsQuest's on Twitch. That I will do pretty much everything else, unless I decide that I want this to be saved to YouTube so I can use it later. So definitely more Castlevania here. I know it's early, it's not Halloween, but you know, Castlevania, you don't need to have Halloween for Castlevania. I mean, it's like one of the greatest series of all time. Play it whenever. So, and I'm hoping to improve my technology to play even older games, because I am rebuilding my collection. I did sell a bunch of it, but I am rebuilding it. So hopefully one day we'll get there. And I want to be able to stream my old consoles. I'll have to ask my friend Josh about it. Josh is a good friend from Twitter and Twitch, and our favorite Australian. Great guy, has offered to produce my new music, so and mix it. So hey, you know, he did the covers for my music under the name H03. So definitely check out H03 on Bandcamp. But the way I always end this is I end up rambling, and I'm always rambling. So I want everybody to take care, be safe. If you can, get the vaccination. Even better if you can get a reward for getting the vaccination. Some places are doing that. I know my local grocery store is letting you put your name in for like lifetime of free groceries or $2 million sweepstakes for getting the vaccine. I mean, I would go for it. You know, I'm kind of a I had to get my vaccine early, but you guys can, you know, if you see something like that, you know, free trucks or whatever, you know what, you might as well go for it. I don't even like trucks, but if I could get a free one for a vaccine, I'd get it. And I tell you what, when I got the second vaccine, I had a headache and body aches for about a day. And that was it. I felt better. And you know, I'm still kind of being safe. But